The differences of dating when
Unfortunately, our dreams don't have to be based in reality. Viewer discretion is advised.
I am a single mom now compared to when I wasn't a single mom is the standards of things I'm looking for. And also what I bring to the table is completely different now. The quality of a man that I'm looking for now as a single mom is not like, I'm not looking for a stepdad right now, but like eventually it could be something like that. And that has to be a high quality man that's going to be around my sons.
I would never understand why y'all insist on living your life in reverse. I know it's evil to live backwards, because why didn't you have this high standard when you had no children? What was prohibiting you from having this standard? And then you also said that you're not looking for a stepfather, but eventually it would have to turn into that, and he would have to be a certain kind of man for your sons. Translation, that is exactly what you are looking for. You said sons with an S, making it plural, meaning more than one. So now a man is supposed to walk in, that's supposed to be a high caliber man, and deal with you and 2 or more children. And we all know you would never raise your sons to go out into the world and find a woman that was in your position. Who the fuck is doing the math here? Like, there's no way y'all actually believe in this shit.
Who my sons are going to learn how to be a man from, high quality, it has to be. You have to also love me so fucking loud that my sons will learn from that high quality man. I'm looking for somebody who has their shit together. Maybe not fully figured out, you know, always trying to get better, but damn, have your shit together.
Now you're looking for a man that your sons can learn from. You're also looking for a man that has his shit together. You know, life is like climbing a mountain, right? You could climb a mountain with just you, right? Or you could climb a mountain with 50 pounds for each baby you have on your back. What do you think is easier to do? And I refuse to accept that y'all don't know this. I refuse to accept it because there are so many examples. Y'all just pick and choose the shit that y'all want to hold on to. Y'all think y'all gonna be able to live your lives however y'all want to live it, and it comes with no consequence, and the world is gonna owe you understanding, patience, and compassion.
Before I was like, oh, we could grow together, because I was like, you know, I'm growing, you growing, we could grow together. No, now you gotta show me something, because I know how to hold down a household. I know what I bring to the table. I know what I need for me and my kids.
Yeah, you know, I could say more, but I know if I did, it would fall on deaf ears. There's literally no point in saying any more to this kind of situation. God himself could have came down and said, hey, yeah, you ruined your chances of getting a man like that because of decisions you made in your past. And they still wouldn't believe it. So you know what? Fortunately for her, she ain't got to listen to shit that I'm saying because I'm just a normal guy. Yeah, keep the change.
That's not right. It was 109.
109?
109.
Really?
Yeah, what did you get again?
I got the salad and the drink.
The salad and the drink?
Yeah.
Okay. So, wait, how did we split this? Because they only gave us one.
Yeah, I mean, if you want me to Venmo you, I can do that.
One thing you need to know about me is I'm very direct.
Yeah.
I know it's awkward.
Mm-hmm.
How many dates have you gone on in the past, like, couple months or whatever?
I feel like you don't need to know that.
Oh, I don't need to know that?
I mean, this is a first date, so I don't see why it's relevant. We're just getting to know each other.
Yeah, that's a red flag. You didn't answer the question directly. Why?
Because it's not important.
Oh, any question anything that I ask is important.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize.
Yeah, you want a free meal is what you wanted.
I never said that actually.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that's pretty much what you wanted.
I have my own money.
Yeah.
I could get a meal anywhere.
Okay, you got your own money. Go ahead and split that bill. As a matter of fact, you living the life, player. Go ahead and pay for the ticket. You got it. Go ahead and pay for that ticket. The whole one. Take care of it, boss.
I want to make this video and talk about me and my ex. We have 2 kids together, and we absolutely love and adore. And we do not have a custody order. We've never been to court. We don't do any child support. And we see both of our kids 50% of the time. We came up with our own schedule that works for both of us with our work schedules. He helps pay for things. I help pay for things. We split things. We make sure the kids have what they need at both houses. And we don't go to court. We don't have a court order. And that's what works for us. And I think it's really beautiful when 2 parents choose to separate and they don't drag the kids through hell because they're mad at the other parent. Like, I love that me and my ex, like, have stayed out of the courts, didn't go down that whole drama rabbit hole because of how we ended. Like, even if either of us were hurt, we didn't do that and put our kids through hell. That's not who we are as parents. And I'm proud of that. I'm really proud of us. Like, I'm proud of us.
And a lot of these modern women are toxic. So you know they don't really want to hear this. They want to hear take him for all he's worth, and then try to throw him in, take him for all he's worth, and then try to throw him in jail. They're not going to like this content.
Who else thinks if a hairstylist is firing you, there's almost always a good reason why? This woman, Brianna, has come forward and said that she received a text message from her hairstylist saying that he no longer wants to work with her as a client. This is the video she uploaded first.
Hey, so I got fired by my hairstylist last night, and let me tell you, it was not in the nicest way. It was actually really mean. He basically said, "Hi, it's been so lovely having you as a client, but I don't think I'd like to work with you anymore." Not like, "Hey, I love you, but I'm moving. I can't take you on." It really rattled me.
Before I go any further, I just want to note that no hairstylist, even if you've been working with them for many years, needs to say, "Hey, I love you." Already, right off the jump, it is seeming like you expect a heck of a lot more from a hairstylist than you should be, but let's go on. On that first video, there were tons of comments just saying, "Sorry, the energy of the video explains his reasoning." That was actually a nice response, which I tend to agree. I don't think anything in that message sparked up any red flags. Hairstylist of 15 years here, so this is actually wild. He did this privately and you're taking it to the public. He has his reason, I'm sure, and I feel like it's safe to assume that his reasons are very valid. His message wasn't even mean. And she did not stop there. She then made a follow-up video.
What am I even supposed to say to this?
Now, in this video, she explains that she doesn't know how to respond to this, that she's still so rattled by it, and she doesn't know what to say because what if he comes back with like a strange response? To which the comment said, "Say nothing and move on." You say, "Okay, thanks, best of luck." It's really quite simple. Stylists do not fire unproblematic clients. Time for some self-reflection. Oh, and you guys thought it was done. No, she makes another video.
Update on getting fired by my hairstylist. Okay, you guys, I sent him a text.
So that's right, she did not stop. She made sure to send that text. She said, "This really saddens me to hear. I've really enjoyed having you as my hairstylist for the past 6 years. Is there anything specific that I did to make you not want to take me on as your client anymore?" To which the comment said, "Prayers for the next hairstylist." He's not going to reply to you, and he doesn't have to. He doesn't owe you an explanation. The fact that you responded to his initial text only after making 3 public TikToks about him tells us everything we need to know. I hope this guy finds peace knowing he did the right thing.
And what you're seeing is modern women entitled. Everybody's supposed to put up with their stuff. She probably knew she was doing all of this nonsense, but she didn't care about it. He probably made some sort of attempt to communicate, "Hey, we don't do that." But she didn't want to hear that, as most modern women don't. And then when a man says, or anybody says, "I don't want to put up with that," and moves off to the side and say, "I don't want you as a client no more," then all of a sudden it's a problem. All of a sudden, and that's what this is why men don't date women like that. This is why men are stepping back from the dating scene, because modern women cannot take rejection gracefully. They will go and do stuff like this. And she was thinking, as a lot of these modern women are thinking, that people were going to be on her side, that she wasn't in the wrong, that people are just being mean to me. It's all me. No accountability, no self-reflection.
Bless. And it still did not stop there. She then made another video saying no response yet, still choosing peace. And then people said, imagine recording this and thinking, yes, nailed it. And someone saying touch grass. Someone said, though disappointing and perhaps hurtful, I'm not sure this is something that should have derailed you so much that you are in a place where you need to choose peace. Imagine setting up your camera to film this. The secondhand embarrassment. Now, since then, there has not been much of an update. I agree with the comments. I don't think that the hairstylist is going to come forward because what he said was his piece. That was what he needed to say to her. He probably had a hard time sending that message. And honestly, I give a lot of credit to a hairstylist who decides to set a boundary and say, hey, this is not something that I want to do. And honestly, if anything, she should be happy that he was willing to actually send a formal text and didn't just ghost her and say, I don't really want to take this person on as a client, and never allow her to make appointments or something like that. If anything, he gave her the clarity, which was that he no longer wished to work with her. And I guess what I want to say in conclusion is, if someone makes it that easy for you, you need to take it and run with it. There is no reason why you needed to make multiple TikToks about this particular person. There is no reason that it should have disrupted your peace. He made it easy for you to be like, I don't want to spend my money with someone then if he doesn't want to work with me. And that is perfectly okay and appropriate. Too many people put in too much effort when it comes to other people. At the end of the day, why he doesn't want to work with you, it's really not your business. He sent something that was respectful, and you as another human being with hundreds of thousands of hairstylists to choose from need to take that and find a new stylist. But I want to hear what you guys think. Do you think that if a hairstylist fires you, there is always a good reason? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments.
Where modern women could just go gracefully and peacefully and nobody would ever know about it, they decide to go the most embarrassing route. And instead, and get roasted and get flamed. Just be quiet. I mean, he let you go. You could have just said, oh, okay, or nothing at all. I'm sorry for whatever I did. I'm sorry. But, you know, I wish you the best of luck. Apologize. It's not that hard.
There was a case in California family court where the dad said the mom is an addict, the mom is abusive, and the mom has a mental health diagnosis and needs to be on monitored supervised visits. He needs to pay for the monitor, and we need minors counsel to talk to the child that's involved. As these are very serious claims, the mom went and hired an attorney. Now, that law firm was trying to understand these claims, held a deposition, tried to do a little bit more digging as to like, what are we dealing with here? One of the other interesting things was the dad was cherry picking messages that the mom was sending, but wasn't actually showing all the times that he was cussing her out or threatening her or refusing to follow her boundaries. When the mom filed a discovery, also asking for all of the records for the last few years of the text messages, the dad's attorney tried to object to it, saying, that's too much work, it's irrelevant, trying to fight back on text messages actually being included, other than the ones that they cherry picked, right? Litigation lasted years, going back and forth, going to court. The dad's attorney would constantly bring up different things in family court, and they continued everything out for years. The trial date just kept getting moved. Eventually, the mom ran out of money to pay the attorneys, and the law firm dropped her. Even though the law firm actually loved working with her and said you have very clear evidence, you still have to pay the bill. The law firm did think that she was going to be granted attorney fees, especially because the dad bought a new house that was almost $700,000, owned multiple cars, traveled the world. In the court hearing for the attorney fees, not only did the law firm drop the mom before the hearing because she couldn't pay them, but the dad only showed one bank account, and in that bank account, it did not detail out things like where you were spending most of your money and how you were affording all of these trips. He said it was because he had credit card points, but on the account that he showed, it did not show any purchases or payments to the credit card. The judge ate it up and said the mom needed to pay all of her fees even after she spent almost $50,000 already in the family court system. The mom eventually willingly gave the dad 80% custody, even though in his deposition he said he wanted 70%. So she gave him even more time than what he was asking for. She even agreed to reduce his child support. While she's figuring out a way to pay off the remaining balance of almost $30,000, the dad decided after 10 days of having that primary custody, he didn't actually want it, and he paid his attorney to go back to court off an emergency filing saying, actually, it should be 50-50, which is what they had the entire time, all of those years of litigation. How do I know this case? Because it's my case. This is exactly what my ex did, and now I have to pay my law firm while I also help victims of domestic violence. This is also why I stay up at night drinking my energy drinks and caffeinate myself as much as I can, because every little penny that I earn off of my content and off of my live helps pay off the law firm that I haven't had for several years because I still owe them money. Where are we at now? My ex just sent me messages not too long ago saying that he can make me an every other weekend mom, even though I gave him more custody than what he asked for. And he's the one that filed an emergency filing to give it back. Stayed for this whole video. I do appreciate it. Even though I'm not going to get paid very much for TikTok, I do have my link in my bio for my GoFundMe, because not only am I paying off that law firm of almost $30,000, I'm still raising my kids absolutely by myself. Because instead of my parents saying they're not interested in helping me raise my kids, they both decided to pass away from cancer. If you're not in a place to donate, helping me on my page by liking, sharing, following my page, also tagging your friends who may need help from me. If you're not in a place to donate, you can like, follow, engage on my page, because that does help my content and helps other people. And if you have a case similar to mine, I would love to know, because in all my years of doing this, I have yet to see a case that is exactly like mine, where you give everything to your ex, more than what they wanted, and they turn around 10 days later and file an emergency filing to refuse all of that, even though you spent years in litigation.
Right. I hear you. I just, modern women paint themselves as the ultimate hero in a lot of these stories. Maybe he did cherry pick. Maybe he did. It's a possibility. It's a possibility that this guy is he's a total jerk. Yeah, that's a huge possibility. But a lot of times, modern women, what they do is they don't show the side of stuff that they've said, what they've done, how they've argued back, the things even leading up to that. We don't even know what happened during the marriage or the relationship, where you might have been saying things out of pocket, but now I'm the victim. Now look at what he's doing to me. I will say this at a broad level. Modern women will start a storm. They will start an issue, or they will be they will be a major part in the issue. At least 50-50. The way modern women make it seem, like she's making it seem right now, I was only 10% of the problem, when they really be like 50-60% of the problem, to be honest. And then when a man starts to put his foot up there behind and then twist it, how dare he? How could he? I'm going through so much. Again, I'm not saying that this is your situation. I'm just talking in a general sense, in a broad sense, where a man could go through so much and then be trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, quote unquote. But then you decide, no, it's going to be like this, and we'll see. And okay, we will see. And the man just ends up being the one who has a little bit more resources, or a little bit more savvy, or a little bit better able to find a lawyer that knows what he needs to do. So, I mean, it's possible. It's very possible. It's likely that he did some mess up stuff, but no accountability on your side.
Men, you have this power over women, and it's not just the one in your pants. There's this whole other power that you're not always using. So women know how to pull away their energy. If you're doing things that they don't like, what they do is they pull away their feminine energy. They aren't cold, they aren't mean. They just like distance themselves from you. It makes you want their attention again. It's like a power that we know we have. But men, you have a power that is so fucking attractive, and you're wasting it on women that didn't earn it. And then that's why they get cold, flaky, ghost you. It's this. A man's superpower is direction, action, and certainty. The masculine power is doing, and not just doing her, it's doing of action. For instance, like those guys who just try to text girls to keep the momentum going, but they don't realize they're actually killing attraction. Like when you just text her like, hey, how's your day going? Those are all things that can cause her to text you slower, not reply as much. You're seeking validation. You're trying to soothe your anxiety by texting her and seeing if you guys are still good. That's like not as attractive. What is so much hotter is just setting up an actual date and saying less in the texting. Like, I'm free Saturday, let's get some coffee at 11. Easy, done. Like, that's attractive. It shows that you are doing a leadership role. You're not chasing her. You're taking initiative. You're showing effort. Like, those are all your masculine strengths and quality, which is hot. But a man who is just like trying to keep conversation going through text, and especially when you guys haven't even hung out. Like, it just gives off like a needy, wanting validation, seeking her approval. Like, it's not as hot. More mystery is very attractive. Save your energy and your masculine effort for the actual date. That's the hot stuff.
I'm sorry, I don't know how you even react to this. I'm your mom and you're my son, and I am falling in love with him. He said, are you really? I said, yes, I am. He said, you know what? I was scared to let you know too. I am too. He was too, falling in love with me, with his mom, and I was falling in love with my son. And then we ended up talking, and we took off to the park, and we ended up asked him, will you ever date your mom? And he said, will you date your son? I said, honest truth, yes, I would.
I think I've heard enough. I don't think that we need to go on any further.
He's being disrespectful.
Okay.
We just moved here.
Okay.
That's why we moved away from where we was. Because all my girlfriend kids is so disrespectful.
Okay.
I don't want to take her somewhere. She got to get out of my house.
Okay. So she doesn't live here?
She doesn't live here.
Okay.
Yeah, just I don't want her here. She got to go. Well, they gonna take you somewhere, but you getting up out of here.
I
told you I was gonna keep talking. I'm gonna spin. Hey, you
hear that shit? You hear that?
What's going on?
Fuck, give me one second. I'm gonna call the police. I'm just gonna talk to the police. I'll call you right back.
Call the police for what? I'm in my house.
I said I'm gonna talk to the police. Stop talking. Stop.
Can you get her out of my house?
Stop talking.
I will.
Stop talking.
Let's all
Stop
let's
talking.
bring it down a
Stop
level.
talking.
Let's bring it down a level. Let's figure it out. Okay. So what's going on today?
Long story short, like, not even arguing with my mom. I said something like, to my little brother, don't drink her Sprite, whatever. Go back for it. Boom. She left. It was not even that serious. My sister got into it, whatever. Not worried about it.
So
not your daughter.
Stepdad.
No, nothing.
She has to go.
Stop talking while I'm talking to her.
Alright, let's both calm down. Can you just separate to the other room for me, sir? I promise I'll listen to you as well, and then we'll get this figured out.
All right.
But just to keep tensions down.
Right. That's what's gonna keep it down. She has to go.
Okay.
You ain't talking to her.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah, call my mom.
I'm gonna tell her the same thing.
She ain't.
All right, hey, bring it down.
You think my mom gonna choose you over me?
Okay.
Negative.
Okay, so your mom's boyfriend.
Whatever he wanna be.
Okay. Do you live here?
No.
Okay.
I'm visiting.
How old are you?
21.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so you came over to visit your mom. You guys kind of got into it. And where do you live around here? Or do you live?
I have a house here.
Okay.
But I live in Iowa City.
Okay.
Can you get nobody gives a
I pay bills here.
Okay.
She got to go.
You don't pay shit.
I get that.
You barely even pay your phone bill.
I'm trying to talk. Do you mind just stepping into
Goodbye.
All right, just so we can bring it down. Okay. So, come here dating like mom. Did your mom go?
She literally just left off for work.
Okay.
I always come here on Mondays and Tuesdays so I can get job applications so I can not stay here and be down here full time. They take me home. They pick me up. Now nobody wants to take me home because everybody in their feelings. You're not disrespecting me. Don't say nothing to me. I don't disrespect. I've never disrespected now. Don't say nothing to me. I'm not your. I'm not. You have $3. My mom only shares a little girl with him. She's at school. Then you have $200 somewhere else. Nobody in here is your kids to be saying anything to. By the time you got my mom, all of us was grown as hell. Therefore,
Are you guys siblings as well?
Yeah, we're all siblings.
Okay.
He's nobody's daddy.
Okay.
He wants to be the man of the house so bad. Your 3-year-old will be here a couple hours. We don't have to listen to you. Nothing. My mom's here, whatever she left, boom, she done with it. You don't have to call the police afterwards because you feel like you want to keep trying to attack my character and disrespect me. So yes, I'm going to disrespect you up till then. Simple. That's how I started.
Okay, so, babe.
How come they just can't get out the house? Just go home, man. You don't live there. Get out that man's house. Y'all don't want that. Whenever y'all say to move, get out my house. I pay the bills here. Y'all want that man to move. No ifs, ands, or buts. No questions asked. That's his house, man. Move out the way. What you doing in there?
Don't nobody gonna tell your pretty ass this morning, but you go out and you throw your best clothes on and you got your lashes on and your makeup is done and your body is right and you can't figure out why nobody approaches you. It's your face. It's your face. Your face is the reason that nobody approaches you. Yes, you did go get your face fully beat to the gods, but you got a goddamn scowl on it. You got a resting bitch face. It looks like you're on defense at all times. So we see you. Trust me, we see you. We smell you. We appreciate you. But I don't want to approach you because it looks like I'll be shot in the face if I do. A lot of y'all got resting bitch faces and you don't know it. Look at you sitting over there, looking all angry, and you don't even probably mean to be that way, but you're so used to being on guard. You're so used to men walking up to you, and it's the audacity. You're so tired of dating. You're so tired of being single. You're so tired of being confused. You walk around like this. Cute as shit. Cute as shit, but like this all day. What do he want? What do he? That's what your face says. What do he want? Why are they messing with me? Get your tickets to come see me live July 5th in New Orleans this Saturday with your resting bitch face ass.
Okay. Well, what do you want?
Ultimately, I want a man that's a provider,
Okay.
willing to work
Okay.
in the beginning, but when it's time to have children, I do want to be able to stay at home and raise the children.
All right.
So they're able.
How many kids would you like?
Issues with me. Ideally 3 to 4, but right now I would say at the age that I am, maybe 2.
How old are you?
32. Well, I'll be 32 soon.
Okay. So you want to be a traditional housewife then?
I wouldn't say ultra traditional, but somewhat, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you want the man to be a traditional provider.
Yes. Ideally, I would like that.
Okay. That sounds like an imbalance.
I don't necessarily think so.
If you need him to be a traditional provider, but he's not getting a traditional housewife, what is he getting that's better than a traditional housewife? Because his responsibility is here. What's he going to get that's here or above?
What does a traditional housewife entail?
Well, you tell me, because you said you're not one. You picked the right one.
Housewife, I'm just imagining kind of being a slave. So
you want to be provided for.
Yeah.
And then what is he going to get? Because he's not going to get a traditional wife. What is he going to get?
He's going to get.
I mean, I'm envisioning a slave as a crazy thing to say, considering this man is going to have to work. He's going to have to work very hard in order to provide for the 3 or 4 kids that you want. You're going to say, I want 2 kids at my age. So let's say 32. Technically, so at my age 32, I meet somebody within the next year, 34. So right around 35, we have a kid. If we get to moving, we take 6 months off, have another kid at 36. So 37, 38, you'll have both of your kids that you want. Right around 41, you're going to want another kid. Okay, so 38, 39, right around 40, 41, you're going to go for that 3rd kid. Oh, it's just an accident. It was a God thing. It just happened. That's what you're going to do. And during that time, you're going to want that man to do all of the things that you want him to do. So no, we're not. It's starting off bad already.
The love and support that I have.
You buy a goddamn dog for that.
Okay.
So you ladies don't want a fair deal. You ladies want an unfair deal. You want a man to go out and do the things that men have always been expected to do since time immemorial, but yet you don't come to the table wanting to even come and act in good faith. You, women like you, I'm gonna talk about you. You come in here talking about a traditional housewife as a slave. And I tell you what, you leave men alone, go get your girlfriend, go buy a dog and live and die by yourself. I get tired of you women talking about men as though we're something to hurt and abuse shit because you watch fucked up social media stories.
Depending on who they were married to.
Well, you can give me all the horror stories.
They were slaving.
Okay, who?
I can say that my mom was slaving.
But your mother had the slave. Is your mother still married to your father?
She is.
Would she call herself a slave?
I don't know. I could ask her, but
how long did they marry?
About 32 years. They got married right before they had me.
Thank you very much. See and you said your mama's slave.
Yes, because I see and hear the way that my father treats my mother, and I know that she deserves better.
Oh, you need to stay in your place. You need to stay in your place.
In my place, how?
As a child. That's your mama, but that's his woman. You need to stay in your place. And that's one of the main problems we have in the Black community. We got kids judging grown relationships. You don't have any children, do you?
No, I don't have any children yet.
Well, that's my point.
Mm-hmm.
You're judging your mother and father from a kid's standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Not that they're just individuals. You don't know what your mama does behind closed doors to your daddy, but your mama knows enough to have her ass in a marriage. She got more than you do.
What's that?
A husband.
Okay.
How many siblings you got?
I have 4 brothers, 4 stepbrothers, half brothers, and 1 other brother who we have.
How many children your mother have?
All 6 of us.
How many children do your father have?
Just the 2. Well, now.
Okay, so, hold on.
Now.
So let's start. Hold on. Pump the brakes.
Mm-hmm.
Your biological father?
Yes.
Went with your mother and raised kids from another man?
Yes.
No.
Later on.
Ma'am, I don't need your interpretation. The biology is all I'm concerned with.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother had children from another man?
Yes.
How many men?
My mother had children from another man. 2 other men.
2 other men. So your mama has 3 baby daddies.
Met my father.
So she's reproduced with 3 men.
Yes.
So your father accepted your mother, who had reproduced with 2 other men, and she hadn't been married to those men, right?
Correct.
Right. He sounds like a goddamn superhero as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, Lord. I love
Are y'all not hearing this? This woman's talking like her mother is some slave and her father stepped in to raise. No, ma'am. This is why I say stay in your place as a child, because that man stepped in and did something he didn't have to do for your mama.
That is true, but that wasn't even a factor until years later. But the main reason that I came on was, honestly, I had a few questions. I wanted to know, how do women determine if our price is too high? How do we determine that?
Man, the low-level lack of respect and contempt that you seem to have for men, Black men in particular.
I don't think I have a low level and lack.
Man, I'm telling you what I'm experiencing.
Okay.
You can think what you want. I'm telling you what I'm experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a pretty accurate judge of character. Pretty accurate judge. You said slave. You judge your mother as a slave. You talked about stuff that you cannot substantiate. You have nothing to back up. Your mama is married to a man of 32 years who took her in with 3 children from 2 different men. I would almost bet that she's just thankful that she has this man, regardless as to what you think you saw.
And the worse it continues to get, coming here demanding, wanting everything, wanting it to be your way, but then offering the man freaking nothing. Nothing. And then want to holler and scream when that man says, hey, it doesn't seem like I'm getting anything in this marriage. I gave you kids. I gave you kids. I gave my body to you. You wanted kids too, stupid. We gave each other kids. That was a mutual goal of ours. What are you going to be doing as a wife? Well, my mama, this and that. Y'all don't know what your mama been saying. And like you said, keep on talking. Keep on talking and it's all going to come out.
Question for all my fellow single ladies. Are we accepting coffee dates? I'm asking this because over the weekend I met a guy while I was out, and he's 38 years old, and he asked me to get coffee with him for a first date. And I personally don't accept coffee dates as first dates, or maybe even as third or fourth dates, because to me they just seem low effort, and my time is more valuable than going and getting a $5 coffee with you for an hour or two. So I told him I wasn't available for coffee, but I told him I was available for dinner on Monday night. The only benefit I could possibly see from a coffee date is that there's less pressure and it's less formal. But for me, I just don't feel like it's worth my time. But if you're someone who likes coffee dates, maybe you can tell me why. Maybe you'll change my mind.
Okay. Seems very nice. So we have to, tailor our tone a bit. Not really. But no, she's genuinely asking. It seems for advice. So I will give it to her on many counts. First of all, isn't it better? Who cares? It's not low effort, a coffee date, really. It could be the same amount of time. It could be the same amount of energy. It could be the same amount of conversation. It's low money, right? It's low money. And what these women need to understand is guys are onto a lot. I'm not saying this girl is one of them, right? She may be a lovely woman, not trying to take advantage of men, not an ingrate, all of those things. But she needs to now realize what's out there. And she needs to realize that let's give her the benefit of the doubt and say she is a good girl and she's really asking this question, because she does seem to have that energy about her. There are a boatload of women who are now taking advantage of men, and they don't want the coffee date because they feel entitled to this big financial, whatever on date one. And they're not even there for the right reasons. They're taking advantage of the guys, and they're outwardly boasting about taking advantage of them financially. Oh, I'm not really here for him, but I'm here for the money, and I'm here for this, and ha ha ha, and all this stuff. And there's boatloads of videos out there now that guys get to watch and learn and say, oh my God, and imagine being that guy, right? You went in with good intentions, you spent the money, and then there's this video, and you're like, really? I'm not doing that again. So women like this now need to know that guys are tired of being used, and they're proposing these coffee dates as a way to filter out women who are just looking for the cash, right? So now they're like, if the coffee date doesn't work and it's the same amount of time, we're going to be there, we're going to be hanging out, like, why doesn't it work for you, right? If a woman says to you, by the way, guys, oh, coffee doesn't work for me on Tuesday, but you know what? I can do dinner next Monday. No, that doesn't work, because now you see what she just did there? She took the power dynamic and she took it away from you, right? You elected. Now, if she says, I can't do coffee on Monday, but I can do coffee next Tuesday, fine. The date didn't work for her, but she flipped that from coffee to dinner for a reason, right? No, you flip it right back to coffee, right? Because there's nothing wrong with coffee. There's nothing wrong with it. In fact, and I would say to this woman, isn't it better to sit across the table from someone and get to know them with no distraction? It's not about the fancy meal, and it's not about the fancy outfit, and it's not about anything but just you and them, right? And you're just sitting and you're having that coffee and you're having that conversation. Then all the stuff, and he knows you're not there for the cash, right? You're there for him. And you know that you're not sending any mixed messages because you're like, you know what? I went for a coffee. He knows I'm here for him, right? And he's here for me, and we're just hanging out. No pressure, no nonsense, no expectations. No one even knows if the other person is worth anything more than that initial, right? You could be a coffee for 15 minutes and be like, hey, listen, this is not, I'm good, right? You want to be stuck at dinner for the hour in that situation on this first date? Maybe you don't. Maybe you do, because you're like, oh, I'll have the wine and the caviar, please. And I'll have, 3 steaks. And can I have that side salad only in like a large? Maybe you do. But a coffee or a walk or all these things are the best ways to get to know someone and to get to know who's there for you, right? So I would tell her that I actually think that doing something more casual, doing something with less distraction, doing something, especially in light of now and guys getting used and abused and realizing, hey, listen, if the coffee's not good enough for you on date 1, you're not here for me. I'm good. Right? I think an understanding of that. Ladies, you need to have an understanding that a lot of women have just abused this pool now, and they've abused it for you too. So now you need to be, okay, I get why they're asking for coffee, and you know what? I'm there for him, so I don't care if it's coffee or dinner. Who gives a lick? Just go. You like the guy? Just go. And you know what? If you make a good impression and you all get along and everything's going great, then I'm sure there will be an extension of that it doesn't go stay coffee forever. Now he knows she's cool. She's here for the right reasons. I get a good vibe from her. Let's do dinner. Let's extend this time. Maybe we'll do dinner and something else. Maybe whatever. Man alive. Okay.
I mean, we sit up here and talk about how my time is being wasted, and you really ain't got nothing going on. Like, you're not doing nothing. There ain't nothing that you're doing. Like, you're not that important. They make it seem like they're the president of the United States. You ain't got nothing going on. I mean, work, yeah. I mean, I'm sure you got other things that basically the regular person does, but other than that, You're not that important. Y'all make it seem like y'all the CEO of something or something.
Men are simple.
It's always refreshing to see a woman give an accurate description on who men are. Few discretions advised.
They want to be, fed. They want to be fucked, and they want fairness. That's what they ask for.
Now, I'm going to let her cook. I promise you I will. However, just that one clip alone puts such a smile on my face because it's really that simple. Ladies, if you take any advice, take this one. It's not difficult to deal with men. We literally want just those 3 things right there. Emphasis on the fairness because we like things to be fair. Please understand, learning to peacefully coexist with a man means you have to be fair. And for us, fairness is some of the most simple things. On Sunday, when we want to sit down and watch football after working all week, allow us to watch the football. Pick up the tab sometime when we go out to dinner. Yes. Roll out the red carpet for our birthdays as well. Send him those random news while he at work. Be the first person to meet him at the door when he come home with a nice big hug and a big kiss. Show him that attention, love, and affection. Learn to be his protector as well. Don't have none of your family, friends, random women in the street talking to him crazy because they know he a man and they can take advantage of him verbally. Men like to feel protected too. Don't let them tell you otherwise. That's what fairness looks like to us.
They're not asking for equality. You sleep with them good. You make sure that their bellies are full, and you be fair.
Yeah.
That's what they want. Women want everything.
Amazing.
We want good sex. We want to be fair. We want equality. Women want so much, and it's just unrealistic. Women want things that we don't necessarily deserve.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Men are simple.
Fellas, our efforts are not going unnoticed. The tables are turning. They are starting to understand the message. Now, I could dive in more on what she said as far as what women want, but it's self-explanatory. We see it online all day, every day. But it is very nice to know that hope is still alive. And fellas, there is still a chance for you to find someone to spend the rest of your life with that will understand you and put forth the effort to make you happy as well. Y'all keep the change.
And this is something that I was talking about in another clip where I was reacting to Kevin Samuels. And the woman was, I think at that time she was 31. And she said, I want a traditional man, a provider man, a husband that's going to pay all the bills. Kevin said, how many kids do you want? Well, I really want 3 or 4, but with my age, I'm going to be 32 in a little bit. I want, realistically speaking, I probably get 2. Are you going to be a traditional wife? No. Okay, then what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Well, I just, Kevin, I just feel like it's slavery. What? Yeah, I just feel like it's slavery, and it just gives slavery. You don't think that man working hard to make sure you and the kids are fed, you're clothed, you have nice clothes, trending clothes, you're going to the best schools, you're staying in a really good house, in a nice safe neighborhood. You don't think that he's working hard for that? Of course not, because y'all only think about yourself.
I need to crash out for a minute here. Okay, look, I'm not looking my best. I think my hair looks a little greasy. I just came from my son's playoff child baseball game. I decided afterwards, because it's not my weekend, that I'm just gonna go grab a bite to eat. I didn't want to go sit at home by myself. But again, that felt depressing, and I was like, I'll just go sit at a bar and have dinner, and who knows, maybe I'll meet someone. No. First of all, the bar was at 0. There was no one even there. And then finally, towards the end, a somewhat decent, attractive man comes in. He sits right next to me, looks at me. I could tell, I could feel the vibe that he was interested, but he didn't say one word. But the entire time I sat there, I was kind of, angling my body in that direction, hey, I'm interested. If you want to talk to me, I'll talk to you. I, was playing with my hair a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit, a little flirty. I even had a hat. Putting on my hat just in case it looks too greasy. Anyway, the point is, people say, oh, why do you go on dating apps? You can just meet someone in real life. Can you? Can you though? Can you actually meet someone in real life? I don't think so. Because you know what? I'm gonna say it. Men in real life. I said what I said. I don't know. I don't feel no. The situation, it feels a little hopeless. I'm angling my body towards you. I don't have a ring on. It's a Sunday night. I'm sitting at a bar by myself. I'm flirting with you without saying anything. I can't quite make eye contact because you're next to me. Did I do something wrong? Let me know.
And this is a tragedy. This is a tragedy, man. You can see that she, takes pride in her looks. You can see, I don't know if she has any makeup or anything on, but smooth, even skin. You can see that, nice teeth. Her eyebrows are done. She takes pride in her hair and all that stuff. Very nice looking woman. Unfortunately for you, men have grown tired. We continue to say, and I know y'all don't want to hear it, once a man is tired, once a man is done, it's over with. It's over with. I would love to, but I don't have the energy to. That's it. I just don't have the energy to. I've been trying to course correct. I've been trying to guide. I've been trying to lead for so long, but y'all didn't want to listen. And maybe it wasn't you. Maybe it wasn't you. But modern women today didn't want to listen. And so the effort that you might have gotten, maybe 5 to 10 years prior to this, you don't necessarily get any more because men are just like, is it really even worth it? Is the juice worth the squeeze?